This video is unlike anything I've ever published on this channel, and I'm serious. That's because today I launched a new brand, and in this video, I'm gonna reveal the brand, the product, and everything behind it. It's gonna be a doozy, so let's get after it. Hey guys, welcome to Heist, which is actually a YouTube channel that I launched as kind of a boredom project during COVID. At the time I was building Amazon businesses and kind of felt like the other stuff that was on YouTube, while I got a lot out of it, just had some stuff missing. And my focus from day one of launching this channel was to literally be as vulnerable and open as possible, revealing what's worked for me in my own life, building businesses primarily on Amazon and via e-commerce. But you know, one of the challenges is it's very difficult to reveal a brand. It's very difficult to reveal your products for a lot of different reasons. There's the typical, someone's going to copy you, someone's going to leave bad reviews or jeopardize your listing if you share it publicly. Those are definitely some concerns that I had. But frankly, this channel's kind of been my dear diary of my experience building businesses. And it's difficult just as a human being to open yourself up and to share exactly what you're building. And so struggled for a long time, and over the last couple months as I've been building this new project and this new brand, I said, you know what, it's time. It's time to share the actual brand, the actual business, the actual products, what went into building the business, what went into developing the products, how we launched, what the commercial strategy is, literally everything. And I think that context is something that I always wish that I had and always felt a little guilty that I couldn't provide to this audience. And so with this brand and today, that's going to change. And literally minutes ago, just went live with a Kickstarter campaign for my new business, Radio, which is a kids bike business of all things. And so I'm doing this in part as a personal challenge to be vulnerable and to open myself up to things that frankly aren't the most comfortable to do. There's a lot of fear publicly in sharing stuff because it may work, it may not work, but I want to overcome that. And I want to overcome that for my own selfish reasons to develop, but I also think that there's power in doing things that matter to you, and there's power in imparting that, even if it's imperfect, on other people so that it will help them too. So I hope you get a lot of value out of this project and the future videos that we're going to come out with. So Radio, how does a dude without kids start a kids bike business? And I want to rewind the clock back to when I was a kid. I don't know if you guys were like me, but when I first rode a bike, I don't remember the exact experience or day or specific memory, but I remember what it felt like. I remember pushing off for the first time. I remember feeling truly free for probably the first time in my life. The breeze in my hair. We didn't wear helmets in the 80s. The freedom, the independence, the no parents, the true wonder and adventure of the world in front of me. And from that moment, from that emotional experience, my life was changed forever. And I grew up riding bikes throughout my childhood, oftentimes gone all day. As an adult, I got into racing bikes. And even to this day, I try to ride in the summer months at least every day. And so that's kind of the impetus of this. The other thing is I feel like I've kind of got the Amazon game fairly licked, and I'm kind of going through the motions at this point, at least intellectually, not discovering a whole lot new. And I wanted to build a proper brand. I wanted to build a brand that had multiple channels in addition to Amazon. I wanted to build an audience that cared about what I was building and doing. I wanted to lock arms with co-founders and partners and build it with other people. I wanted to learn paid ads. I wanted to learn influencers. I wanted to step out of my comfort zone of what I knew and step into the unknown. Because in my life, in business, in every aspect, it's in that unknown when I've discovered the most about myself, had the most fun, and been the most fulfilled. So we're starting this launch today. I'm going to leave a link down below to the Kickstarter campaign. You can learn all about the product, all about the actual project, the different offers. There's video in there. You can obviously see the actual visuals of the brand, the visuals of the product. And in the weeks and months ahead, I'm going to literally provide everything, fully open the doors up, and share each step of the process, from the idea to product development, to how we built the visual aesthetics, vendors we used, how I built partnerships, what we did pre-launch, what we're planning to do for this launch, and more importantly, what the months and years ahead look like as I step into this unknown of building a proper brand, which is also going to include Amazon, which we'll get into as well. So I really have always tried to give with this channel specifically. And I've got a philosophy. It's give 10 times, ask once. And whether you're just watching this video for the first time or you followed me my entire 2 years, I try to be really specific about when I do ask. And it would mean a ton if you're able to support this project. And there's a couple ways you can do this. First of all, if you've got a kid that's 1 to 4 years old, this is literally one of the most badass bikes on planet Earth, and a ton went into it, including people with 20 plus years of manufacturing experience. Can't tell you how many samples. Again, we're going to get into that in future videos, but it's an amazing, incredible bike and a great first bike for a kid to learn. Second is if you know somebody that's 1 to 4 years old. So if you've got nieces or nephews, cousins, friends, you name it, anybody in that age group could be an amazing gift. And then finally, if you're like me and don't have kids and maybe don't have a whole lot of toddlers in your life, there's also an option to actually donate a bike. And we've worked with some very unique, cool charities to give access to kids that literally don't have the ability to buy bikes. Their families don't have the ability to buy bikes. And what I'm really trying to do with all 3 of those offers, and I hope you can support me in that, is to tap into that experience I had as a kid. That first taste of freedom, that sense of adventure, that love of being outside. The first 24 hours and the first couple days specifically on Kickstarter are really important. I'm going to get into an entire masterclass on Kickstarter after the fact. But if you can do so today, again, I don't ask often, but this is a big ask. Hope you can support me on this. And what I commit to doing with this project moving forward is to share as much as humanly possible. The wins, the losses, the scars, the triumphs. Even though it's scary, even though I don't know what's going to happen, I know I'm going to learn a lot, and I'm going to share as much as I can so that you can learn too. So hit subscribe, expect more videos on this in the months ahead. Thanks for being here. Thanks for caring, and thank you for your support. Cheers.